you realize you are the reason your life has been exposed to the world? You, not Miss Paltrow.
I'm realizing that now, yes. Painful.
Do you remember, you've said you've shrunk and lost weight since the incident, right?
Well, I ballooned.
Now, when we stand you up, you've lost like 15 pounds and shrunk 3 inches, right? Yes or no?
I had no idea. I guess yes. I was
just a few days ago. You said I was 175 to 80 and 5'8". Remember?
I said that not here. Oh, you know what?
In this very trial.
Overruled.
I know why I said that. It's because the VA records weighs you with all your clothes and everything on, and I knew that's what you were reading was what
clothes
the VA
don't
reported.
give you 3 inches. You with me?
Heels do.
Did you have heels on?
No, not at all.
All right. You even called yourself pudgy at the time, that you were pudgy. Do you remember that word?
What
Do you
time?
dispute using the pudgy?
What time frame?
The time when I deposed you, you said you were pudgy.
Okay. That's kind of a fun term, yeah.
Do you dispute it?
I don't.
What does that word mean?
I never thought about it. Just sort of got a little more roundish, I guess. Haven't defined that before.
Did I hear you say you didn't like to be ignored? Don't ignore me? Are those the words you used?
Just now?
Just 2 minutes ago.
I probably did say that.
Let's go to page 170 of your deposition and ask that it be published and brought up. Do you have your transcript right there?
I do. I think so. I think that's what this is.
Your Honor, may I do that?
You can just read it.
It hasn't worked in the past. And
Let's try it now.
So I'm under 32. You can use the deposition. You can certainly read it into the record, but we don't need to.
all right,
show it.
let's go to page 170. And I'll assist you if you want me to.
I don't even know where 170. I don't see. I mean,
Can I
have
approach
exhibits.
or-
Oh, it's another whole other. Can I close exhibits?
Yeah, close that up in there. I think it's the 3 piles of paper there. One of those.
Which one?
Counsel, if you could just get him to the page, that'd be great.
Thank you.
Do you want me not to approach
No. I said if you want to get him to the page, that would be great.
Yes,
Thank you.
that's what I want to do.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have known which ones to look at. We're starting, okay.
And you see, I'm going to start reading at line 12.
You skip the good stuff.
This lady is on my left. Well, let's go back for a little. Remember, I said I want to know what's going on in the 10 seconds before the impact. Do you remember?
I do remember that, but is it written here? I don't know.
Yes, that's my question on page 169. And then on 170, you said, and then I remember there's this lady on my left that was kind of tentative. So I deliberately, in fact, I think I said passing on your right. Pretty sure I did. I usually do. Passing on your right. And then, it was just easy. It was just as easy, smooth glide. And there were not a whole lot of people. And I don't want to be interrupted right now, please. Page 170. And when I got to that point, I could see the bottom of the hill. I could see that the trees came in a little bit from the right, it seems like, and then the whole slope was opened up. There were a few occasional people out there, but I could see all the way to the bottom. There were nobody.
Yes.
And then this, and nobody could have passed on my left except the gal I had just passed. So that gal I was really conscious of, because I still worried about her. And so as I went past her, I went inches per second past her. I just remember it took forever for me to get past her. And there were skis. And when they disappeared out of my vision, that's the time I heard this. That's the time I heard this saw, indicating scream. and then bang, it happened. It was about a second and a half, and it just hit me right in the back. All right. So do you recall that in the seconds before the collision, you were worried about the person to your left? Do you recall that?
I gave her plenty of space because she seemed like I moved way to the right before the off-piste, yes.
But you were with inches of her.
No, I was not within inches of her, no.
All right. What did you say here? Well, first of all, did I correctly read your testimony?
Yes.
All right. You were inches per second past her.
Moving very slowly, yes.
I just remember it took forever to get past her, and there were skis. Now, your right eye has problems, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Not a little bit.
Yes, a little bit.
Blind.
No,
You told 3 of your providers at the VA, I'm blind in my right eye.
I use the word loosely.
You used it, and you're an optometrist, right?
I did.
All right. So let's not say little bit, because that's pretty different from blind.
It is.
All right. So you're trying to not hit this person on the left, and you're blind in your right eye. Do you agree that you turned to clear the person on your left?
No, I knew I had plenty of room before I started by her. I wouldn't go by her without knowing I had plenty of room.
You took great care, didn't you,
I did.
to make sure you didn't hit the beginner skier on the left?
Yeah, but you just don't go over.
Is that true?
Yes.
That's all. Thank you.
Ms. Van Orman?
Were you skiing cautiously?
You know, I've had a long time to think about whether I want to be dangerous or cautious, and I choose cautious. Yes, I don't take chances.
What is your vision like in your right eye?
My vision, I will compare it to a flat light day. I have flat light days, if anybody knows what that means. It seems you just can't tell the contours as well of where you're at, and so you have to be a little more careful. Make sure you get in the right spot at the right time. And so I get a lot of practice skiing flat light days. That's what it amounts to, I think. It's how I describe it.
Any trouble skiing with your right eye?
Never any trouble. And unrestricted skiing. They don't handicap me on the ski slope or driver's license. I'm unlimited. I do fine.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sanderson.
Thank you.
Any more witnesses, Mr. Owens?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Given our court limitations on time, the defense rests. We reserve the right, maybe as soon as the jury's gone, to admit into evidence each of our exhibits,
Okay.
as long as we have a good understanding of our ability to do that.
So we'll reserve your formal resting until after we deal with the exhibits.
Thank you.
Members of the jury, we're going to recess now until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're probably wondering what's going to happen next. And so now the defense will be resting today. The plaintiff has indicated that they may have a short amount of testimony to put on tomorrow morning. And then right after that, we will do the jury instructions, and then the attorneys will have an opportunity to sum the evidence up for you, expecting that should all be done in the morning tomorrow and start deliberations after that. It may bleed into the afternoon depending on how things go. You never can tell these things exactly, but that's what we're shooting for. So have a good evening. Remember, still following my admonition not to try to learn anything about the case, not to do any of your own investigation, and avoid any press reports about this, and please don't discuss the case with anyone.